Hey guys, welcome back to another Veliblog, and today I have a topic that I should have talked about a while ago, but I feel like it's better that I review it now. So, the game that I have spent the past couple months, using all my free time on, is Destiny. It's a super fun and addicting game that I play with my friends. We all play it together. We do, all the raids, the multiplayer, the PvE, the PvP. We've done it all. And, for my final review, it's the worst game ever. It is an awful game. It is very broken in a lot of aspects. The super weapons are, super powerful, and everybody uses them, of course. There's absolutely no story. And, it's just kind of thrown together. Now, so going in depth here, but Destiny is made by the company Bungie, who made the original Halos. To clarify, if you don't know which ones they made Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, and Halo 3 ODST. They didn't really do anything with Halo Wars, if you even know what that is. And Halo 4 marked the first game, made by 343 Industries, who took over. They're making Halo 5 too, also, of course. So, the original storyline was made by Bungie. And it's one of my favorite storylines in any game franchise, ever. It's my favorite game franchise, is the Halo franchise. Primarily because of the universe that it has established. And man, did they screw it up with Destiny. Destiny is filled with these dialogues that take place during loading screens when you talk with your friends that are impossible to pay attention to. And there's barely any cutscenes. We joke about it all the time. We're like, yeah, one of the 3 cutscenes in the game. Yeah, definitely. It is awful that the company who made my favorite universe completely messed up when they tried to make a new one. And it would have been awesome if they had as many cutscenes as Halo 3. Yes, I am going to continue to compare it to Halo because that's their only other franchise that they have made. And, as many cutscenes, it was like, the story was very vague about what was happening. The awful performances by the voice actors. There wasn't one good voice actor except for the DLC, which I'll talk about at the end. And, Peter Dinklage, a great actor, but, gosh, it's not his fault because his dialogue, it was so fake and dry. And if they would have actually attempted to make a story, it would have been a great game. If it had a great story, a lot of it would be forgiven. I would probably really, praise the game, but it doesn't. Basically, I can sum it up for you in 2 seconds. There used to be a golden age. A giant ball called the Traveler came, terraformed all the planets and everything, but then this thing called the Darkness came, and everybody died, basically, except for, a couple of humans and everything. The Traveler saved us. The giant ball saved us. And, now we're rebuilding around the Traveler, and we just have to fight the aliens off. And there's some bad aliens out there. And that's basically it. And none of that other stuff is explained. Nobody cares about it. All the missions, 75% of the story missions were, hey, we need to find out what's happening here. Go to this place, and then have the ghost look at it while you defend him from enemies. And it was so bad. I mean, Halo is so in depth. It shows its universe off. In Halo 2, the fights between the other factions of enemies, and what the problems are and everything. I can't even vocalize it right now, but Destiny just threw this stuff at you, and you couldn't even pay attention to it. The only things that I loved it, like I got way too excited when I saw a cutscene come on, like when I was playing the campaign, and it was so bland. And so I hope that's something that they realize and fix in Destiny 2. And then, so the second thing is that the game was missing so much. They really built it up to be like this awesome console, this new style of MMO, this awesome console video game that's going to kill Call of Duty. Like a couple things. I thought I was going to be able to walk in the entire city below. Not just the tower. I thought I was going to be able to walk in that city below the Traveler. And, there was going to be different merchants and stuff like that. Like Skyrim, except multiplayer or something like that. That would have been awesome. Like, it was a completely open world. Another thing. The worlds were too small. I mean, they're big enough, but way too small. Not what they originally said it was going to be. And, like, there was the tower, now there's a new social space called the Reef 2, which is great, but the, point I'm trying to make is that it was way too overhyped to be this giant open world, awesome, like, MMO basically thing where you run around and get quests from different people and everything, and that's not what it turned out to be. And I'm going to continue to compare it to what they said it was going to be, and, what they've done in the past. Now, if you play Destiny now, it's fine. The DLC for the first DLC for Destiny was awful. It was a failed attempt at trying to fix anything. The raid was completely broken and eventually got fixed, kind of. It's not as good as the Volta Glass raid, which is the first one. And, there was like 4 story missions. It's like, oh, kill this guy. All right, you killed the giant black crystal thing. Good job. And then it was over. It's like, are you joking right now? There's literally nothing about the actual world or what's going on with the humans. It's all about just killing these enemies. And it's like, oh, you killed the enemy? Good job. That means they won't attack us. And I understand you're supposed to be a guardian and stuff, but when you're Master Chief, you get some exposition on what's actually happening. It's in the enemies for the game. The Hive is the Flood. The Cabal is the Brutes. The Fallen is definitely the Elites. And the Vex, I guess, would be, like the Forerunner objects or the Jackals, Jackalites. Jackals. Huh? Yeah. So that's another thing. The House of Wolves DLC was actually pretty good compared to the rest of the game. It added in a voice actor that I was able to mildly pay attention to, and the arguments between the houses, like the fallen houses, was actually pretty interesting. How the bad guy, Skolas, I think, was trying to subdue the other factions. Like the House of Wolves betrayed the Queen, and he was going to try to get all the factions to be on their side, and our job was to stop that from happening. Now, that was actually pretty cool. And then in the end, like, he broke into the Vault of Glass and was trying to get weapons and stuff. That was actually pretty cool. Now, once again, I'm the only person who paid attention to that. A lot of that dialogue is very hard to pay attention to, because the House of Wolves DLC opens up with a great cutscene and then just goes downhill. And the missions were cool, better than most of the rest of the game. But once again, even if I played that, when the game first came out, I would have been extremely disappointed because it's so bland, and it did, build the world a little bit more, which was good, and I liked, the reef and how the queen, this isn't the first time that the Fallen has betrayed her, and they were going to try to destroy Earth, and they stopped them in the past, and that's why in the campaign they were originally with her, and why they betrayed her again, because they were never friends that much, except for the House of Judgment. But so I did tell you a little story there. But besides that, that's all you're going to get, really. And so I hope that holds you over. In another thing, and this is like a complete rant video right now. I'm jumping all over the place, too. At the end of the original campaign, it's a setup for Destiny 2, almost. It's like, it's just the beginning. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like the beginning of Halo. It's like the end of Halo 1. And Halo 1 was a good game, though. So it's like, are you kidding me? That one EXO lady is almost the biggest problem. She's got her own thing going on, and we don't even know what it is. And it was never explained. Never explained to us. And she says the best quote in any video game I have ever heard. I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. I'll tell you right now, that sums up Destiny in one sentence. That sentence right there. And I kind of want to end the video on that and trying to think of what else I can complain about besides the brokenness of PvP. In PvP, granted, it is basically, it works fine. The weapons that are in it are fine. They have buffed some things and nerfed some other things, and it's worked out pretty good. And they added the new, game types, including Trials of Osiris and Prison of Elders and the Reef. And it has made the game, playable for a while longer. But the whole game is to sell DLC to you. First of all, Season Pass doesn't even get you all the DLC. It gets you 2 of the DLCs. There's going to be 3 more after this. There's going to be, I think the Taken King is what it's rumored to be called, which is going to be a major expansion. And then after that, there's going to be 2 more. One's going to be about the Vex, and the other is going to be about the Cabal. So, I don't know, guys. It's in the end of the game, it's going to have a lot of story missions. It really is going to have a lot of story missions. Are the story missions going to have any cutscenes or story in them? No, they're not going to. Destiny had its chance to, revive themselves, this game, with the DLC by putting in cutscenes which actually make you pay attention to the story. Whenever I see a cutscene, I tell everybody else to shut up. If they don't, I'll take off my mic. Because that makes me have my full undivided attention. When it goes in the widescreen, that has my undivided attention. When it's at the bottom of the screen while I'm fighting enemies and trying to focus on that, I don't pay attention to it as well. And everybody else doesn't pay attention to it at all. So Destiny sucks. And that's my final review on it. And it's like, well, should you wait until it's actually done with the DLC? No, because you don't review a game on its DLC, you review it on its original content, and I shouldn't even included the DLC. The only reason I included it is because the game itself is so bad that it needs the DLC to be slightly good. Granted, I will continue to play it a ton with my friends, and I will have a fun time playing it, but I will never say that it is a good game. that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Veliblog. This was an entire rant on Destiny. And I'm going to have my E3 stream tomorrow. Speaking of video games. And hopefully we'll see how Halo 5 is going to be great and I don't have to play Destiny anymore. And some other great games. Microsoft is saying that this is going to be their best lineup, so I'm excited. I respect PlayStation. I respect Sony. Don't think that like I hate them or whatever, even though I joke about that with my friends. I will continue to play Xbox because it has Halo. If Halo went on the PlayStation, I buy a PlayStation. There's my opinion on consoles. PC's going to take over eventually. Anyways, I should shut up now. Please tune in for that tomorrow. I think it starts at 11:30. And guys, please like the video up down below if you did, and subscribe for more shorts, stop motions, and blogs. So yeah, this has been Jake from VELI, and I'll see you guys later.